playing Runested's Attack, Barbarossa Army Group South. This is turn 3 after the German movement phase. One thing I noticed is how precarious the German supply situation is around Lutsk, Kovel. The roads go kind of west and then back north. They don't go towards Poland. So this needs to be cleared, or there is going to be, could be issues with supply next turn. If the Russians should cut any of these road lines from here, all these units will be out of supply, and he will be an emergency supply. Or, I mean, he will be out of supply. There will be an emergency supply. So they had to kind of block any sort of crazy Russian move. I don't know if they would have done that, but anyway, I've got some combats laid out, and I will go ahead and do those. I once again am bypassing Permischel, or however you pronounce that, and going to clean up some units that I bypassed, and there won't be any attacks at Lov. Just not an, I don't know, too low odds, no attack supply. I got to bring up some attack supply. I'm going to be able to, I think, clear a lot of this stuff out. The Russians are kind of in a bit of trouble here. Not sure what they're going to do, but I'll worry about that when it's their turn. So anyway, I will do these attacks, and then I will show you the results. Okay. I made some attacks. Here in the north, the Russian unit was able to retreat and then successfully retreated out through the zone of control. So he lives for another day, but for how long, who knows, or who cares. I did realize a couple things. I readjusted these guys because it occurred to me that the unit I was going to be able to, well, no, that's not true. I'll have to refigure that. Yeah, I'll have to refigure that. That was a mistake, and I made a mistake. I'll adjust that. Not going to tell you what it was. Anyway, the attack was successful here, and it was successful there. It was successful everywhere. Germans did lose one step here, but other than that, everything was successful. So I will go ahead and do the mechanized phase for the Germans, and then I'll show you what the board looks like, probably after the engineering phase, and then it will be the Russian turn. This was relatively quick and easy. Well, the movement took a while, but the combat was pretty quick and easy. Lava is going to be, next turn, it's going to be out of supply, I do think. So the Germans will, they're going to be spending a bulk of their army, well, a large part of their army reducing Lava. So I don't know how, in game terms, that's going to work, because they only will get 1 victory point for that, and they're going to need 8. So that would be 1. That would be 1. Now the Russians are going to have to make 3 attacks next turn, mandated attacks, because they lost Kovel this turn. So whatever they don't make, they're going to lose 2 victory points for each. They're going to try to make 3 attacks next turn, or this turn on their turn. So anyway, I will do the advance, and I will correct the mistake I made, and I'll show you what the board looks like. Okay. After the German turn, I fixed a little problem I had up here. Anyway, the Germans now have the SS unit in Kovel. The rail line is pretty close. They do have to protect themselves from this Russian unit who could actually come down and break their supply line. So they sent the Panzer that way. diverted the Ninth Panzer this way towards Kovel instead of heading them down further south, all because of that unit. Anyway, they got kind of a blocking force here. They've trapped, not really trapped, they kind of trapped these Soviet mechanized units and anti-tank units up here above Lutsk. They've got a unit here which is going to be an emergency supply next turn, but they're blocking any reinforcements coming in. And they've got a Panzer unit. They've got the 14th Panzer heading towards, what is this place? Brody. And then they've brought their rail line up closer to Lov, and here they've spread out a bit. They're trying to actually, I think that's actually a victory point hex 2. I could be wrong. It's not marked with a star, but I think it is. But they're trying to block these guys off from supply next turn. Of course, they'll get to move, so probably not going to be very effective. These guys will be blocked off. So that is the German turn 3. I didn't play that one very well. I thought the Germans could have done a lot better. I kind of moved their Panzer units back and forth. I wasn't quite sure what to do with them, and I kind of wasted, I think, them up here by moving them back and forth. And anyway, they didn't really make any attacks up there. I'm not sure they should have, but they didn't. So anyway, that's their turn, German turn 3. And I really think that's a mistake not taking Paramishal sooner. It's going to be an emergency supply next turn, but that's an important rail line that they're not converting. And I think they should have tried to take it to get that rail line converted, but I didn't, so that's a mistake, I can tell. Anyway, what I should actually be doing, I think, I do have one more point of conversion. Maybe I should be converting this line right here, right there. Maybe I should be, because that line will actually go that way. If I should take some points, rail conversion points off of here and add it to here. That might actually be working, because I don't really need this line all the way to here. Like, they're not really, the furthest they're going to go down, they don't even really need the rail line to go here. They've got the road, which is 21 hexes. So I think what they'll do is they might put this back to where it was, which was, I think, there. And I think they're going to add 3 more here. To here. There. I don't know, that might be silly, but that's what I'm going to do. Okay, that was turn 3 for the Germans.